February the 1st? Woo! Boom! There's 1/12 of 2017. Just got the boat. And the headlines coming out are pretty shocking, pretty salacious, unprecedented. Fukushima reactors are worse than previous thought. I'll cover that stuff for sure. There's other headlines we're going to hit up on. TEPCO scraps the uranium supply contract with Canada's chemical, Lucas London. Because it's not looking good for nuclear. It's too bad, right? Nuclear was developed way too quick. We shouldn't have never turned it on. It was a huge mistake. We were not qualified as a society. We're not mature enough to handle nuclear. Now, I got a couple of clips we're going to bang into. But this first one coming up is very short. Let's hit it.
But there's clear evidence rates have risen. Before the disaster in 2011, the rate of thyroid cancer was between 1 and 2 cases in every million children.
So 1 to 2 per million. 1 to 2 per million. And the numbers we're seeing are extraordinary. 12,336 out of 40,000, or 13,646. I can't even remember. We covered it so many times. So 1 to 2 per million to 13,000 and almost 14,000 out of 40,000. And the registry for Japan for 2012 for cancer was pretty brutal. 860,000 excess cancers. But it's not as shocking as this next clip from Journeyman Pictures. The first one was from our T interview.
すべてそこが欠けているんですね。
Not everyone is worried. Far from Fukushima, Professor Geraldine Thomas is a specialist in the molecular pathology of cancer at Imperial College London. She also helped establish the Chernobyl Tissue Bank, which analyses samples from people exposed to radiation after the nuclear disaster in Ukraine in 1986.
Following Fukushima, I doubt that there'll be any rise in thyroid cancers in Japan. And this is simply because the amount of radioiodine that was released post-Fukushima was much, much less than released post-Chernobyl.
Just like, wow. Look at her snarling. That's a subconscious thing she does when she's stating a lie. Now, Geraldine Thomas, Professor Geraldine Thomas, we've covered her several times. She's in charge of children's cancer in UK, prescribing chemotherapy and radiation chemicals. She's involved in all kinds of stuff like this. And here she is now claiming that Fukushima was insignificant. But the reason I'm showing you that clip, because it's so shocking that she said that a sitting professor at a major institution who is still employed and is treating children, that statement disqualifies her from her degree, right? In a university, should immediately reprimand her for that statement, should take her degree away. She should be prosecuted under the ethics board. She should be vilified in the media. The government should freak out. People with loved ones being treated by her should have been mortified and interviewed, and the children who died should have been dug up and had autopsies to see what part she played in their death. She's a cold-hearted killer. This is a killer. And this is what she does for a living. Nobody challenges her. But yet, that's...
Released post-Fukushima was much, much less than released post-Chernobyl.
Which is patently insane to say something like that. She's not naive. She's not gullible. She went down there.
Absolutely. If you look for a problem, especially if you use an incredibly sensitive technique, which is what the Japanese are actually doing, you will find something. You will find part of that problem. And you have to be careful you don't overinterpret that and worry people unnecessarily.
Worry people unnecessarily. Now, she got street creds because she's a sitting professor. She has a hard time walking because she ate all the other professors.
Professor Thomas believes that unnecessary worry and fear has driven parents to make unnecessary choices.
And even post-Fukushima, some women were having abortions because they were worried. The radiation would have done nothing to their prospective offspring.
Wow. Man-made radiation, according to Geraldine Thomas, a sitting professor at Imperial College, a major shaker and mover, a major institution. Okay, hang on. Strap yourselves in. She says the radiation couldn't harm a child, this is the most egregious statement from somebody that treats children. This is the most egregious. This is the worst betrayal. This is worse than Ted Bundy and mass murderers in every jail on the planet combined in one statement. What's she done? What's she standing by? Her assertions. The toxicity of inhaled plutonium dioxide in beagle dogs and beagle pups. In every study for 70 years, every animal, 144, they all died within 5 years, starting within 1.5 years. And this is translated to humans. And we know curium does the same thing. And iodine is just one of the thousands of isotopes. It's just a tracer. We know from all these other studies how man-made radiation works. It's really bad. It fucks up everything it comes into contact with. This is why we got terrorist laws. This is why we got nuclear waste sites. This is why we spend big bucks on facilities. She injects it into your loved ones. That's why she says what she just said. Because otherwise you're going to say the same thing I said. But what you're looking at is an actual monster.
But the fear that radiation was going to do something tipped them over into having an abortion, which nobody likes to know about.
Too bad you weren't a fucking abortion.
Offspring. Fukushima, some women were having abortions because they were worried. The radiation would have done nothing to their prospective offspring.
Look at her laughing. Look at her fucking laughing. Go and confront her with these studies. The dogs only got a single monodispersal inhalation. They weren't breathing it, eating it, drinking it, wearing it in their clothing, washing their clothing, bathing in it, boiling their food in it, walking in it. No, they just got one dose. And this fucking creature is not a person. A human couldn't do what she just done. And you're just going to sit there and allow her to kill everybody that she comes in contact with, because that's what she does. The outcome of being treated by her for 97% of leukemia or cancer victims is they died before they would have without the treatment. And he died a horrible death because they induced vicious tumors and cancers and leukemias. There's 6 times more breast cancer around nuclear power plants. But don't believe me. No, don't believe me. You don't have to believe me. Why would you? There's all these fucking studies, dipstick, morons. What they're lying in all these studies? Geraldine is right. Is that the one you're going to walk away with? Oh, well, Dana, she wouldn't lie, Dana. The government would come out and correct her. Well, he didn't. Did they? She's treating your loved ones. She's killing kids. She's a kid killer. She's the worst type. I'll bring Timmy in. We'll help her. Like, that is more shocking than anything imaginable, her statement. And that there's all kinds of people doing that in your academics, in your hospitals. Every fucker out there is doing the same thing. They know better. You're killing your loved ones when you bring them in for cancer treatment. There's not treatment, it's cancer murder. They murder you with leukemia. Treatments. They mix in radiation. Chemicals not going to fucking cure you. Do you drink chemicals on purpose for breakfast? Huh? What planet are you people on? When is this planet going to say, hey, fuck, this is wrong? When are journalists going to speak out and say, hey, we got to stop fucking lying to everybody. Look what happened. Now we got everybody that's a killer in charge. You can't turn to any media. You can't trust a single fucking media out there to tell you the truth. Tanks of radiation contaminated water, right? TEPCO scraps uranium supply to show you fucking tanks of water. Really? 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 Why would you show us tanks of water? Why would you do something like that? Why wouldn't you show us, say, I don't know. Why not show us the truth? Like 30 million one-ton bags of pollution throughout the country instead of tanks of water. Why don't you show us how BBC faked being inside of a building that don't even exist? Like, it doesn't, the buildings are completely destroyed. Why did they show us the tanks and fake fuel pools like Rupert Winfield Hayes is doing inside of a building where we know the fucking things don't exist? It's not very hard to work out. If I could work it out, I'm pretty sure a fucking journalist could work it out. Country was destroyed. How hard was that? Well, it took me all of 6 seconds to figure it out. Let's look at a comparison. Maybe that'll help. Does that help you? Can you wrap your mind around it now that there's an issue? Was that so hard? That means you're smarter than every nuclear scientist on the planet. How fucked up is that? That's kind of scary. Guess what? I'm smarter than nuclear scientists. Canadian uranium killers, Cameco, which is Lucas London. He's not Canadian. This is not Canada. This is fucking Sweden. This is globalist. This is Bilderberger's little lapdogs. This is the mass murder machine. It's not something we're proud of. Don't call it Canada. Don't call it Canadian. It's not Canadian uranium. It's fucking Sweden stole the sovereign rights of Canadians and now is destroying our country, polluting our rivers and lakes and estuaries and streams for a paycheck or something more darker. Cameco said, no big deal. We don't care. Japan's not going to buy we're just going to sue. TEPCO don't give a fuck. They're the government. They're just going to steal the money from the taxpayers and give it to Lucas London. Because Japan is in so much trouble that after 6 years they're kind of owing up to how much trouble they are, but they won't do it. It's shocking. And the reason we're in this problem is because people like Lucas London won't give it up. He knows how evil what he's doing is. Images indicate a bigger challenge for TEPCO at Fukushima than originally admitted to is a better way to put that. Because TEPCO ain't admitting the jack shit. Where am I? So, like, what have I been doing for years? Showing you that it's much worse than what they said it was. Is that not true? They say it's far worse than previous thought today, but we've been saying this for several years straight, nonstop, showing these depictions, that it is actually really is. But all of a sudden, dear gods, they're so great. They come out, they spoke out. All the media come out and said, hey, they're talking about the Unit 2 reactor we covered yesterday. You can see all these fuckheads, like even Bloomberg. The unprecedented nature of the Fukushima disaster means that TEPCO is pinning its efforts on technology not yet invented to get the melted fuel out of the reactor. What the fuck are they talking about? It's not in the reactor. Right? Is that not the problem, that we can't get these people to fucking tell us the truth and show us a picture at the same time? The media is too busy out there lying to everybody, claiming, look at the ads up there in the same headlines, right? Uranium prices to double. That's a fucking ad, not a headline, but it's spliced in between two headlines. A subliminal message to get people to buy fucking stocks. This is what they've been doing for 6 years, looting. Anybody trying to sell you uranium stocks is a criminal. That's a criminal. Like the Global Mail, the biggest media in North America and Canada, rather. Print media, period, in Canada. Government sanctioned media. Government lapdog, piece of shit, lying sacks of shit media. Monster media. All they really do is shove uranium stocks. Oh, it's a place for a violent high. Right? All kinds of these contextual words about violence and it's really something. Cameco, which is Lucas London, it's just a corporation, defends decision that tells analysts they were wrong, but sees oversupply issues fading. They were telling everybody, right, buy stocks, but meanwhile they couldn't sell it. They couldn't sell their product, and then all the stocks went flatline. But they sold all their stocks and got their money, and everybody got stuck with their stocks. This is what they've been doing for 6 years straight. Every scam in the book to do it, too. Cameco shares plunge after uranium miner tells analysts they're expecting too much. Yeah, because 54 reactors went offline at one time. Everyone on the planet should be gone down at the same time. And they're saying, nuclear and solar can't replace it. Who gives a fuck? We got coal, we got oil, we got gas, but we got lots of coal. Right? Simple as that. Replace it with coal. But coal makes pollution. Shut the fuck up. There's nothing on the planet. You made a pollution. Coal is fine. Coal is clean. The planet knows how to deal with coal byproduct. These people will demonize the solar and the other, because their prices are coming down all the time. It's easy to do. You just add more panels, blah, 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 blah. But shareholders see that as a threat, and they won't invest in nuclear. So nuclear constantly is saying, you can't replace it with nuclear and solar, in order to try to stop the investors from understanding that you can. And it's so insidious, it's so ingrained in the media, they literally can't open their mouth without doing that routine. Now, Toshiba is about to sell off their nuclear company. Toshiba yesterday packed it in. As far as I can tell, and I'm pretty sure I'm accurate and I'm right by saying those words, that Toshiba has packed it in as of yesterday under nuclear. Goodbye, nuclear. Now we want to prosecute you. Just because you're getting out of the business don't mean we're not coming for you people. Over the next several years, we are coming for everybody nuclear. All you fucking lawyers, Bloomberg, everybody at Bloomberg that ever wrote an article, anybody that ever said banana publicly, this planet will come for you. Even if I don't exist, this planet will come for you. I can guarantee it. 70 years of lies, you've done it to yourself. And everybody in nuclear, that's a blogger like Rod Adams and people like this, these are fucking unimaginable, vicious fucking thugs in our society. These are murderers. They know what they're doing. They're doing it on purpose. They know the industry can't survive without people like them, and they're filling the void. And they're completely out of control. They're completely, throughout our media, has filled our minds with these pukes. And these people, these editors, these producers, have to be held accountable. Even we got to lynch them in the fucking street in the near future. All of these people have to be held accountable. Because that is what's going to happen. We are going to fucking go after these people in the nuclear industry, the nuclear mining corporate executives, all of these fucking idiots at the universities, in your media, at your fucking hospitals, pumping man-made radiation in, and they got the education to know the difference, will be outed, will be ostracized from their families and their communities and from their institutions, will be destroyed. Harvard will fall. Yale will fall. MIT will fall in the very near future because of their propagation of nuclear. That's fact. You might not see it right now. I do. I see it everywhere. Every day, all day.
I think it's the central government and the Fukushima prefecture authorities that bear the brunt of responsibility for what happened. And as for
yeah, exactly.
Thomas Mayor, it was my responsibility to take care of the people of my city. I had no time to get any advice. I tried talking to prefecture authorities, but there was absolute chaos. It was impossible to hold a meeting. So I chose to act on my own.
Right, because the government didn't evacuate people. Are you people fucking out there, like the pro-nukes are just saying, oh, the government, like even Geraldine Thomas earlier, she had claimed, oh, no one got injured because the government evacuated everybody. But think about this. Why do you got to evacuate somebody for anything outside of a forest fire? Something very visible. Why would you evacuate people? How do these statements? It's not harmful. We evacuated everybody so there was no harm. How does that work again? So the media that put these people out, the media that done that to you, the executives, the producers, the editors, the artists, the fucking reporters themselves. 70 years, they don't know it's not like a banana. You really believe that? You really believe they don't know what they're fucking doing to you? You really believe they don't know they're bringing in PR firms to lie to you? To kill you? To keep you in a position where you don't know any better? You don't know how to avoid it because you don't think it's real? This is the world you live in.
And I decided to start with evacuating people as far from radiation as possible.
Like he knew. He didn't believe their lies. He wanted to evacuate them themselves.
Your town has moved to a new location, to the neighboring city of Iwaki. Is it safe there, and do you see this as a new start for these people?
Well, Iwaki is highly contaminated, but it was better than Fukushima or whatever the name of that city was he was in. Not much.
I'd like to show you a table with radiation levels around.
When they say millisieverts, this is how they lie to you. right? You talk in Beckles, atomic decays, atoms with isotopes in it. The minute you see millisievers, you know they're lying to you. Or they're naive and gullible or stupid, or they've been sucked into that dark black hole. Millisievers is not how you... It's for like sunshine or something like that, which is irrelevant. Whenever you talk about radiation, you talk in Becquerels. If you don't do that, then they're lying to you or trying to lie to you. And a millisiever, an actual millisiever would be 150 Becquerels.
Around Chernobyl, radiation levels around Fukushima are 4 times higher than in Chernobyl.
And it only takes 1 Becquerel for you to end up with a cancer.
So I think it's
It
too
only takes
early
1 exposure.
for people to come back to Fukushima Prefecture. Here you can see radiation levels in our region, Tohoku. This is the epicenter of the earthquake, and the radiation radius is 50 to 100 kilometers.
Now, the whole country is radiated. The radiation doesn't respect borders. But these are how they play the game. They're using this in order to... Because why use a real map? Why not come out? Why not come out and tell the truth, right?
Even 200 kilometers, in fact.
We got the numbers from right across the country.
Fukushima Prefecture is at the very center of this.
Now, once again, when you think about how the radiation comes out of these places, besides the fact 30 million one-ton bags decries the map, you know what I mean? But that's not the contextual. Like, we got so many models showing the disposition right around the entire fucking planet. Yeah? Right around the planet. For man-made radiation. Bear with me, I'll dig it up. NOAA, government model based upon 40 days releases. This is just the first less than 5-6 days. 16th, 17th of March. The accident was on 11th. That's the 18th, 19th of March. 7, 8 days, 9 days later, North America is covered. The model is only based up on a couple of days' releases from a single reactor. It's not based up on the inventory from any of the reactors. Right? Utter betrayal after betrayal after fucking betrayal after betrayal after betrayal after betrayal. It's shocking. Like, utter betrayal the entire time. Having a hard time with that. I got it. Look at it. Never stops coming out of Japan. It's like that today. Look, that'll never stop. And it's only based upon a tiny release. It's not based upon the actual detonations, the meltdowns, the inventories, the fuel pools. It's only based upon a couple of days' releases. It just doesn't stop coming out. It's not based upon the thousands of the isotopes. It's not based upon the actual reactor buildings. No! Why do that? Why tell the fucking truth? It's too hard to tell the truth if you're a government or a media. Why would you want to tell the truth? I can't get my fucking screen to clean up. I don't know what's going on. Whatever. I'm not gonna do well in it. I can, but... Fuck it. Hang on. Let me fix that. Drive me nuts. Okay. Better! Dana, how come you disappeared so much? 'Cause I'm trying to get shit done over here. So I can lift my hand up, point sometimes. But I'm not going to clean all that shit up. Okay, let's keep going. So the reactors are completely, utterly, 100% destroyed, period. No ifs, no buts, no maybes, no, gee, you know, could be salvageable, blah. The whole industry, its whole history is predicated upon you being an idiot, you being too gullible, naive, and no one to tell you the truth, and being able to come out and feed you a lie, saying that is inside of a building that's completely destroyed. You can't have that in the buildings that are destroyed. right? You don't pick up 30 million fucking bags because it looks like that. Right? You pick up 30 million bags because it looks like that. Right? Yeah? Does that make any sense to anybody besides fucking me? Right? You don't go take the homeless, the destitute, the immigrants, the victims of society for these jobs. You're supposed to bring in Harvard and Yale and Berkeley and Stanford and Oxford and MIT. Right? They're not going to go in there. This is all nonsense what they show you. This is pure fable. It's not Fukushima reactor. It's not the destroyed reactor. So why are they showing it to you? Why are they picking up 30 million bags when the reactor looks like that? How the fuck did that work? Why do you need 30 million one-ton bags if the reactors are perfect? Now that pole is going to be inside of that building, which is number 3, because that's the one they're allegedly now going to go in the next. And number 4 was destroyed just like it, and they showed you that picture over and over. So don't be surprised if they tell you it's inside of that next. And they done that because they don't like bananas. Because you're dealing with insane people. Why did you run away and leave the banks full of money? Why did you run away and leave the supermarkets full of food? Why did you run away permanently and leave your animals in the barn to perish, locked in? Would you do that? Is that a crime? It wasn't a crime because there was radiation, so you ran away and left everything behind. You didn't make your bank payments for any of those buildings. You didn't pay your electricity for any of those buildings. You didn't make the phone payments for any of those buildings. You just ran away and left all your shops, all your vending machines right on the side of the road and ran away. They're still there. Allegedly. The mob went in and stole lots, you can be sure. The government went in and stole the money. Banks full of money ran away and left it. Left the fucking doors open, the vault open. Jewelry shops ran away, malls ran away, big shops like Canadian Tire or Walmart. Everybody just fucking ran away, never even locked the doors. Not that it matters. Because you're facing a 100-year battle. Because it's like a fucking... Because what? You're facing a 100-year battle because it's like sleeping next to somebody? Because it's like walking in the sunshine? This is what makes this story so real. You got people like Geraldine Thomas blatantly lying. Blatantly fucking lying. And nobody in the government is going to hold her accountable. Nobody in the university is going to hold her accountable. Nobody on the planet is going to say, hey, wait a second, that's an outrageous lie. None of her peers are going to make a stand. None of the professors are going to speak out and say she's full of shit. Nobody on the planet to turn to? Yeah, that's your reality. That's the world you live in. That's what you're passing on to your children and their children if they survive what they got done to us. At the same time, you got an extinction event playing out in the Pacific Ocean. We raised $10 yesterday. We're on our way to a tank of fuel. A couple of weeks, we'll have enough money for $50 worth of fuel. Meanwhile, Geraldine Thomas is getting $1,000 a day to kill your loved ones, destroy everything on the planet. All these people are sucking in $1 trillion a year or so. I raise $10 a week. They got everything. I got nothing. I mean, in the context of what they got. I got everything I want. I'm not complaining. I'm fucking grateful for everything I got. I'm here every day doing it. But I bitch and I whine because when I look back, when we look back, when society looks back, when the world looks back, then my statement will have meaning. I say it because it's real, because it eats me all day, every day. It eats my soul. It eats my heart. It eats my life. It eats every waking moment of me. That I have no ability to come back out to make these little blogs. And I don't have the power that they have. I don't have the influence, right? I don't have that ability to get out there. Because I'm completely impoverished. Because I'm dedicated to doing this at all costs to educate what I can. But I could be so much more effective. Money, I can buy advertisement everywhere. Money, I can produce. Be out and hit the communities, get into the communities, advertisement, hold lectures and everything else. All this takes an incredible amount of money to do anything. And if you make a mistake, then you're broke. You gather up your money, you make a simple mistake, then you can't do anything and you have no impact and everybody forgets about you. Fukushima won't forget about you. Fukushima is coming for you. Let's get something straight. Fukushima is coming. We went out and looked at the whole coastline and we see an extinction event. See those species over there? Highly visible species throughout the coastline of British Columbia are missing. We went out, took these pictures, and the species are all missing. And they're not coming back. This is Fukushima done that. We are right across from Fukushima. Yeah, you'll never see a fucking bird do that again. In that real environment, because it doesn't exist anymore. Right? This is why the plumes come right over. All the way over within a week or so. Look at Hawaii's done. Hawaii's the worst spot to be. It's right in the fucking middle. Why would you want to be right there? It's a gorgeous, incredible, unimaginable, beautiful place, but you're right in the center of hell. And you're going to have supercell storms coming in there at 200 mile an hour plus winds and wreck you. It only takes one to do it. And that will happen in the very next couple of years. Hawaii will get fucking wiped out. And Zuckerberg was just doing it to make it look like a good place to live, to try to build up the economy and send people down there. It was a big scam. They waste billions of dollars all the time on stupid shit. You think $100 million on a piece of land was a big deal for him? You think people yelling at him fucking pisses him off or he cares when that's what happens all the time? No, this was a scam to suck you in. The plumes come over, they hit the mountains to wash back down to the coastline. Everything in the tidal zone fucking dies. Right? Yeah? Yeah, that's how it works. That's why I done what I done. Because I'm not naive or gullible. And once we looked at the coastline, we documented it all up at the nuclearproctologist.org with an incredible amount of evidence to support it. Like just typing in all those, everything I do is so much work, so much time, so much energy. And you got to coordinate it and keep on top of it and be able to find it and be able to utilize it, bring it to the conversation, understand it and disseminate it and come out. Oh. And we got no one out there really we can turn to. Just coming out pounding and grounding on these fucks, only me. I don't see anybody out there that are able to articulate it like I do. And I don't see anybody out there with the go that I got, or the abilities that and the skills that I got, or the Eric and determination that I got, that even if I got nothing, I'm still going bash, bash, bash. I don't give a fuck. But I would love to be able to come out and bash them like Greenpeace could bash them if they wanted to. And it's only because I was able to build that operation in the first place so we can confirm, so we can go find out, so we can go document it if so, or if not. Right? Wasn't that the right thing to do? Did we not do the most important thing this planet has ever seen done? This is the most important thing ever done on this planet. What we done, not me, but we, I say me because I'm the guy who's out there, took the beat and took the grind and took the pound and took the throttling from everything and everybody and still do. And my reputation has been, they tried everything they could to destroy me. Even in my own community, they have gone to bat trying to destroy me. I got gag orders I can't even talk about. I've been arrested repeatedly and demonized in the media. But yet I'm back. Yet I'm always here. Yet I'm always willing to go to fucking battle. I'm crippled. So hard to get out of bed every morning, but I wake up thrilled to come out here and do what I do each morning because that's all I can do, see? I'm thrilled to do that much, to come out and go pounding ground. I really do. I consider myself a fortunate person because I wake up every morning happy. I wake up every morning with, like looking forward to getting the show out at 10:30 a.m. And then as soon as the show is over, I have to go in, shut down all the exterior stuff I'm not going to use, and then get ready for tomorrow's show. And forget everything I learned today, everything that I presented and gathered up over the last 20 hours or so. I got to get ready for tomorrow's show. And the show only exists because I don't stop all day, all night, all morning. And I just don't stop. I ignore everything around me to get that job fucking done. Ran myself and everybody into the ground around me. And that supports me. I know, I get it, I understand it. But do I give it up because of that? No. Do I keep pushing? Yeah. Is that the moral and ethical thing that should be done? Yeah. Should I have to do it? No. Should our universities and medias and journalists and newspapers and radio stations go do it instead? Yeah. Could they do it? Yeah. Did they do it? No. Did he do it a single time? No. Have they ever done it? No. Have they ever told the truth about it? No. Have they ever come out and say bananas is a lie? It's nuclear radiation from a chain reaction, got nothing to do with it, and those people just lied to you? No. Have they ever done that? No. Have any media in North America ever come out and done that? No. Because you can chop it up and use them to bludgeon all the other media, see? And so I understand every day I am at war with many, many facets of industry that are targeting me because I give them a bad conscience. Right? I make them feel bad for what they're doing. And if they can get rid of me, they won't have that feeling no more. But because I'm the only person out there saying, hey, that's a murderer, that's a liar, they're manipulating you. Geraldine Thomas is a fucking animal. She's a fucking animal. She's treating your kids with man-made radiation, telling you that it's harmless. Why are you treating kids with it then? You fucking bitch. You fucking little cunt. If you were here, I'd haul the fucking hair right out of your head. A big fucking chunk of it. For what you done. That'd be the least. I know if my mom was alive and she found you, she'd knock the side of your fucking head in. She's never hit anybody in her life. And she would never raise her hand to anybody. But I guarantee you, she would have killed you if she found you. She seen what you're doing, that would have enraged her. And I know a lot of people like that in my life over the years that were morally driven. If they knew people like you existed, they would have sold everything they got and come after you. It's shocking that our government that we put in to protect us, their idea of protecting us is to kill people like me that are showing you their flaws and that are showing their families that they're monsters. These are our monsters. These are fucking monsters that are attacking your friends or killing your children every fucking day. And I'm a bad person for saying something about it. Yeah? Yeah, fuck you. Yeah, fuck you. You cowards. You traitors. You fucking morons. This will come back and haunt you. You can't keep doing this to the planet. It can't sustain it another fucking minute. You killed the Pacific Ocean. You can't hide that for another year. All the whales will be gone before the year is out. All the mammals are literally gone in the ocean, except for 20% each. All the big species, they're gone. All the invertebrates on the shoreline, gone. All the tide pools are empty. That's the nursery of the entire Pacific fucking ocean. And what? We're supposed to sit here because you're a corporation and not say nothing. We're supposed to sit here and pretend that, okay, it's okay to lie to me and my friends and my family and my loved ones. It's okay to fuck people over on this scale. It's okay to kill the planet and kill the Pacific. You think I should sit here and put up with it, but you don't have the courage to make the video and tell me that. You don't have the courage to come out, make a video and say, shut up, Dana, we're allowed to kill the planet. Shut up. No. Make up charges, drag me into court and try to smear me. I know who you people are now. I know how you work. I get it. I understand that you're fucking monsters. That you don't give a fuck about anything, only being a monster. You don't give a fuck about anything. You should kill me. The sooner you kill me, the sooner this planet's going to wake up and fight for survival. You try to kill me, but you don't have the courage to come kill me like you want to do. Because you hate the fact that someone like me exists. And so you character assassinate me with bloggers. You target me with malicious charges that are completely disingenuous. And you use fake prosecutors and fake judges to fucking convict me. You deny me every ability to come out and tell my side of the story by imposing gag orders, 3 gag orders on me. And then you ostracize me with software and computer savory government employees and sophisticated software to fuck me over online. So people won't know what you're doing for a living, what you've done to them, what you've done to your own children. So your wife and your family and your brothers and your sisters and your mothers and your aunts and your cousins and the people you grew up with will never know what you actually done. They'll think, oh, he's a nice guy. He went to work for the government. You're not nice if you went to work for the government. You know, how come the nuclear PR firms are not donating to me to keep me in business? Because they got no competition. They're putting themselves out of a job by getting rid of me. Just because they're terrified their family is going to watch me. They're horrified that their children might find my website and start saying, hey, mommy and daddy are fucking monsters. Because that's what they're going to find out, right? That their parents are monsters. And that those children, the clothing and equipment, the homes they got, are because their parents are monsters, are mass murderers. And they done it for their children. Oh, I had to do it because my children wouldn't have had nothing. I couldn't even get a job anywhere unless I was a monster. That's Geraldine Thomas. Like, she's got to go. The government's got to get rid of her. It's got to be prosecuted and dealt with. You can't allow people like that to fucking run free. You got to prosecute her, get her in a fucking jail cell, and keep her there, waterboard her every day for the rest of her fucking life, and make her give up all the fucking people she's ever fucking dealt with. Am I angry? Am I upset? Yeah, because that's a fucking murderer murdering children today. Today she's gonna murder someone's children, and no one's gonna fucking say, hey, boo! And in a couple of years, you'll all agree with me. You'll all understand it. You'll all get it. You'll all know about it. You'll all deal with it. But you won't deal with people like this, ever. You protect her. They're right now trying to work out how they can get me arrested for saying what I said today. Rather than say, holy fuck, look what we got done to the planet. Like, how do we stop him? How do we stop him from doing this? How do we stop Dana Durford from telling people that we're monsters? Our children might find out we're monsters. Our friends might find out we're monsters. Our neighbor are gonna find out we're monsters. We gotta stop them now. Anyway, obviously I'm a little too angry to continue. I'm not angry enough. It's more like it. Is my issue. I gotta get more meaner. I gotta get more angrier. I gotta get more fucking louder. I gotta get more boisterous. I gotta learn to get in their fucking faces. I gotta learn to push back. Obviously, I'm doing everything fucking wrong. I'll work it out. I'll try harder. I'll fight longer. I'll spend more time between now and the moral show doing a better job. I'll try not to scream and yell and curse and fucking freak out, because I went out there and seen it with my own two eyes and lived among that silence. That don't impact you. That won't affect you. That won't leave you fucking sleepless at night every night like I've been. No, that won't drive you to the desperation that I've been driven to. No. No, not at all. Take care.